Okay, let's make a custom keychain. First thing you need to do is make sure you're in millimeter units. So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to configure the default template. Make sure you've got millimeters clicked. Hit OK. Overwrite. Done. Now click on Part. It's going to take a moment to load. It's going to look like this, or very similar to this. Let's start drawing. You need to start off with a 2D sketch up here in the corner. And click on one of these planes right here. I'll click on the XY plane. And I'm going to start a 2D sketch of what I want to make. Let's just make a rectangle. Any size, because we're going to actually dimension it afterwards. So I'm going to click on the dimension button. Click on this top piece. And you want to make it 10 millimeters for every letter, plus about another 10 millimeters. So I'm going to do 4 letters. I'm going to do 50 millimeters wide. And still got the dimension tool selected. I'm going to click on that. I want to make that a height of 15. Okay, my basic box is made. Click Finish Sketch. Right now it's a 2D model. Let's turn it into a 3D model with Extrude. So I clicked on Extrude right here, and then I clicked on the profile that I want to extrude. I'll make it a little less, so let's extrude it 5. Hit OK. Model. My basic shape. All right, let's put a border on that and our names. So I'm going to start another 2D sketch. And I'm going to go down. I'm going to click on this face right here. And it's going to make the sketch right on there. First thing I want to do is I'm going to project geometry. Click in the middle and you see how the whole thing lights up. Actually, what that does is it brings the outside edges of this shape into the sketch. All right, next, let's offset just like we do in AutoCAD. This edge right here, I'm going to offset it in. Let's go 2 millimeters. And hit escape because I've got that in. If you want to change it, I could just click it on here and type in a new number and it'll change for me, but I like to. Next step, text. I'm going to draw a box right here, and that's where my text is going to show up. Type in your name. I'm going to put NBCHS. You want to highlight those letters and change the size. You're going to play with this a little bit, but 8 millimeters seems to fit pretty good. Don't worry about it, the way it shows up here. You can go in here and you can pick some different fonts. Don't pick anything too scripty or flowing because thin parts aren't going to print very well. There's a lot of fonts here and you're not going to know most of them. But I'm going to try this Cooper Black. Yeah, I like that. All right. There is my font, my text. So now I'm going to hit escape to get out of the text function. I can click on this and move it around. I want to center it as much as I can. Now the problem right now is I haven't left a spot for put a hole. So I'm actually going to finish this sketch. I'm going to click on the plus beside extrusion number 1. I'm going to go back into my original sketch. Double click on that. I didn't make it wide enough. So this dimension that I had up here, this 50, I'm going to type that in. I'm going to make it 60 millimeters wide. Click the check mark, finish sketch, and watch what happens. It automatically makes it longer. Now I'm going to have to go back into sketch number 2. That was my lettering. Double clicked on that. I'm going to grab this, drag it over there, and drag it to where it looks about nice. I want to have a little bit of space on the top and the bottom and the right. Try to make it as even as you can. Perfect. I'm going to put a hole right here for a keychain. Finish that sketch. Next step, I'm going to extrude one more time. Now I have to select profiles. I'm going to select this box around the outside. And I'm also going to select the letters. I don't want to extrude it 5 millimeters. I want to extrude it 2.5 millimeters. Hit enter. Hit OK. There. My letters extruded. Next step, let's put a hole in there. I'm going to start a third sketch, and I'm going to click down here inside. Click on that. Click on the circle up here. Center it as best as I can. And I want to make it a diameter of 5. That looks pretty centered to me. If it's not, I can hit escape on the circle function. Grab this. I can move it around until I'm happy with where it is. Perfect. Finish that sketch. We are going to extrude it one more time. But this time, instead of extruding it out, we want to extrude it in as a cut. So right here is the cut symbol. In other versions of Inventor, it might look might be in a different place, but it is still that same cut. Don't be afraid if you're having trouble seeing it. Grab on this box and rotate it. Now you need to grab this arrow, push it all the way past so it cuts all the way through. There's also an option to go through all, but all depending which version you've got, it may look a little differently. Hit OK. There. My keychain. I can look at it through here. There's a hole for my keychain. There. Keychain.